All right. Welcome. Well, nobody's here, but yeah. All right. All right. We got a Mark Levin episode. Well, I mean, we're not for sure, but we got it. Well, Mark Levin's going on Fox News the next hour. I kind of want to hear what he has to say. I wasn't expecting this, but apparently Mark Levin's going to be doing like a live stream on Fox News, which I would love to. It's going to be pretty interesting. So, um, that's going to be fun to watch for sure. Um, da 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 da. Just da, 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 da. Hmm. Interesting. Huh. It's weird. All right. Let's get into this shit. Yeah, we got Mark Levin the next hour at like 9:30, I think. Or like 9 p.m. or whatever. And then yeah, in the meantime, we're just gonna watch some Fox News and see what the hell's going on. I'm actually interested to see what's going on with the White House renovations. Let's see what they did. You know, let's see what they got going on. You know, they're too busy trying to figure out the Epstein files. Let's see what let's see what they've done in the meantime with the White House. Sorry, hold on. Jesus Christ, my fucking girlfriend just she's blowing up my phone. She wants me to get her chocolate. Jesus Christ, leave me alone. All right, let's get into this thing. It's bothering. Oh Jesus, these women, man. These women can't leave you alone. Just trying to, watch this presidential ballroom, and she's asked me to get her chocolate. Unbelievable. Lazy. What an asshole. Dude. Brother. That's pretty hold on, let's actually change this. Let's bring this guy down. Dude. What an asshole. I mean, he's not a complete asshole. I mean, it's pretty funny though. Like, I mean, to be like, yeah, this was the president before me, just the auto pen. That's pretty funny. Yeah. Oh wow. So do they? It's a news rogues garden, so they just demolished it. Like, what do? They just totally like what? They just knock it down. Damn, poor Jackie. Tough for Jackie, man. That's unfortunate. She's yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, he's talking shit, but he's, you know what? Man's got taste. He's had experience with a lot of different. I mean, obviously, he's built fucking 4,000 hotels. Wait, what? I wonder what these comments have to say. I mean, it does look good. It doesn't look bad. I will say it doesn't look like a bad operation. Like, it looks pretty. It doesn't look bad. I don't know. I think it looks good. I don't know. I think it looks fine. Wait a minute. Hold on. Just want to see. Wait. Oh, shit. Hold on. Hmm. Hmm. Shit, dude. Shit, dude.
Aaron's going to be tremendous at that. Yeah, he's very meticulous.
Is he here?
He is. He's here.
Oh.
He's right upstairs. Want to see him?
Studying, yeah. I'd love to say him.
He's doing a good job. He's
Let's go back a little bit.
moderate income
Yeah,
housing.
so it was a different
so
type
he
of
didn't
building.
have to do a floor like
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
You know, he'd do a floor out
Yeah.
of tile, linoleum at the time they used to call it, and it would be a different kind of a thing. But he had a tremendous attention to quality. In other words, if it's going to
Definitely
be
gonna have
even,
to cut that
you know,
out.
a regular
That was
floor,
stupid that I did
it
that.
would be
I thought
exactly
the au- I
even,
thought the
exactly
mu- or
straight.
the
It would
sound
fit
was on.
perfectly. But when you look at that job.
Whoops.
Nobody's ever
It's
seen it.
impossible. Do any of your kids have that same delicate attention to detail that you have? Because that's kind of, you can't really
I
teach
think
that.
they do. I think Eric is very good. Don, in a very different way, is good. Ivanka is, you know, Tiffany's very smart. She was a great student, always a great student. They're all great students. Actually, they were all great students. And I think Barron's going to be tremendous at that. Yeah, he's very meticulous.
Is he here?
He is. He's here. He's right upstairs. Want to see him?
Studying, yeah. I'd love to say him.
He's doing a good job. He's tall.
A lot of people
He's
think
a tall one.
a lot of people think he could be the next.
Dude, I think he loves the fact so much that he's tall. I mean, it's not a bad thing. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's, I don't know. Every time he's talking about Barrett, he's like, He's tall. Should go play. Like, it doesn't look like. Well, I mean, the guy, he looks like he could play basketball.
Trump president.
I don't know. I think,
Or a lot of people are wondering which child would be the best.
in a certain way, they all could. Take a look at this, fellas. You want to see detail. So, like this sign. Most people would just do a sign they painted on the wall. So that's half-inch thick bronze, carved by a very talented person. And it's brass. It's pure brass. It's half-inch thick brass. And you can't just do that. That's, you know, you look at that, that's quality, right? And then we start with George Washington and we go down to Trump. Pretty cool, right?
Where are your speakers? Because I heard this.
All here.
They're in the
Yep.
bushes?
They're all here.
When did you decide you were a frustrated DJ? How long ago was that?
Well, I don't do that much, but I think having good sound is important because we do now news conferences on this space. You know, as you know, you were probably a victim to it. You'd stand in the grass, your high heels would be ruined. The women are, walking out without. So I had to make it a hard surface. So I made it the same color as the White House itself, which worked out great.
I mean, I kind of respect it. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's not like. I mean, at least he's upgrading it. I mean, they've made upgrades on the White House for forever. They've always done it. It's not like people have built upon it. They've built on it. Like they've done that forever. It's nothing new. Like it's nothing crazy. I mean, he's building a whole ballroom and it looks nice in there. It looks actually pretty sweet. I'm not gonna lie.
We just moved the tables. This over here was actually taken out of the East Wing.
Oh, is that right?
This was done by this was carved.
Oh, yeah, that was Borgham.
By the carver who did Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, beautiful.
And this was taken from the East Wing. We took all the good stuff.
Okay, I've been to the White House I don't know how many times. I didn't know most of that. I was fascinated by it. And the attention to detail is, I don't care what you say, you like it.
All right. That's not up yet. Let's see. Ooh. Let's watch this.
Our books are made for people who don't just read stories, they live them. From the moment you open a Folio Society book, you become part of a...
But first, breaking tonight, President Trump and his team are pushing hard on the concept of affordability. Today, the president signed an executive order to get rid of tariffs on a broad swath of commodities, including beef, coffee, and tropical fruits. It is a response to economic concerns that led to Democratic wins in off-year elections. Senior White House correspondent Peter Doocy starts us off tonight. Good evening, Peter.
Good evening, Shannon. And good news for travelers. The FAA has just lifted some shutdown-related flight restrictions. We started today with 6% of flights at 40 major airports restricted. That is now down to 3% as officials here separately try to figure out other ways to help the economy recover.
Prices are coming down, as you've seen and we've heard.
The economy's underlying foundation is strong thanks to President Trump's policies, so 2026 should be a very strong year.
And as the president posts, we are the party of affordability.
Are we, though? Are we, though? What do the comments have to say on this? Oh, Jesus. My limited, yeah. That's like the comment of the day. Pondy needs to be investigated, period. Facts. Jesus. All right.
He's pulling levers to try to bring down prices on everyday goods, including newly announced exemptions on some imported groceries.
Now is the right time to, to release some of these items that the president said he was going to release. And I mean, when you look at Southeast Asia and South America, that's where we get a lot of this stuff. The coffee, the cocoa, the bananas, those kinds of things.
Cutting red tape to increase available housing units, also a top priority.
Taking regulations down so that developers can develop and builders can build.
A frustrated President Trump is hoping to turn a news cycle about Jeffrey Epstein on its head, posting today, Epstein was a Democrat and he is the Democrats' problem, not the Republicans.
Brother, come on, dude. See, dude, this is the issue right now. This is why he is ultimately like losing the youth because of this shit. Stop doing this. Stop saying that he was a Democrat. He was not just a Democrat. He had Democrats in his back pocket, but as well as Republicans. We've seen this. There's evidence that shows the fact that, I mean, Donald Trump's name, if you look at the files from what's been released so far, over 1,000, his name has been mentioned over 1,000 times. The most out of anybody else's names right now. And he's a Republican. It doesn't look good. It looks really bad. So stop saying it's a Democratic issue. Like, you can't just pin this on the Democrats and call it a day. It's everybody. It's Republicans, it's Democrats, it's Israel, it's everyone. Dude, this is what, like, you're gonna fuck up the midterms because of this. Because of this issue. Because there's no full-blown transparency. It's crazy. And no one's going to go to jail. It's so stupid. It's so frustrating. Stop saying it's a hoax and it's a Democratic issue. It's a freaking... This guy was a real thing, and it was everybody. Everybody was involved. Not just Democrats, dude.
Problem. Ramping things up further, the president writes, I will be asking Attorney General Pam Bondi and the Department of Justice, together with our great patriots at the FBI, to investigate Jeffrey Epstein's involvement and relationship with Bill Clinton, Larry Summers, Reid Hoffman, J.P. Morgan Chase, and many other people and institutions to determine what was going on with them and him. This is another Russia scam with all arrows pointing to the Democrats. Some Republicans.
Okay. That is... When comparing it to the Russia collusion, what was happening there with the Clintons and saying that he was affiliated with Russia and blah, 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 blah. Russia was total bullshit. That was a hoax. Okay, those were blatantly just lies. And provable. It was proven. Like, there was like, Obama was supposed to go to jail because of that. Because he was advocating for Trump to be, he was a Russian spy bullshit or whatever. And that was fake. Because there was no evidence to support the fact that Trump and his administration was heavily involved with Russia. Jeffrey Epstein, on the other hand, there is plenty of evidence. There is so much evidence. It is so dumb. I mean, we literally have like Netflix documentaries on this shit with victims that have been interviewed talking about this. You can go watch it on Netflix right now. Jeffrey Epstein, Filthy Rich. They did a documentary on Ghislaine Maxwell as well. Talking about her and talking about her backstory and her life and then the victims that she had abused. They interview the victims. The victims are like, yeah, she was a horrible person. She was evil. They said that she was some of the victims actually said that she was worse than Jeffrey Epstein because of the fact that she knew what was happening and she kind of advocated for it. She was actually kind of happy to see it happen. And now she's working at a prison camp, no longer in maximum security prison.
Republicans on the Hill broke with the president this week, joining Democrats on a petition to compel the Justice Department's release of additional Epstein files. But that doesn't mean those Republicans believe President Trump was an Epstein accomplice.
Do you think President Trump has something to hide here?
I don't, because I believe the women.
The Attorney General Pam Bondi saw President Trump's Truth Social post alleging that there were some Democratic ties to Jeffrey Epstein, and she has now announced a new investigation into those allegations. It's going to be led by Manhattan U.S. Attorney Jay Clayton, and she says that his new investigation will be led with both urgency and integrity.
Okay. So with that, like, the issue, this is the issue, man. You cannot just say it's a hoax. You can't just say it's not real. From obviously from what the women have said, they said that Trump wasn't a predator. Okay, Trump wasn't a predator. That's what they're saying. They're not saying that. They're not saying that. They're just, but he is heavily involved with this stuff. And he wants it to go away. Now, do I think Donald Trump was committing acts like Jeffrey Epstein or like Bill Clinton? No. I mean, Bill Clinton flew with Jeffrey Epstein 27 times on his flight. And Bill Clinton has had sex scandals before. You know, like when he cheated on Hillary with that, I can't remember the name of the lady, but she was like an assistant or some shit, or secretary. I don't know. But he's gotten around. So I don't know. Here's my thing. It's not even like, don't even release the files, whatever. I feel like they've been doctored. There's no way they have it. There's no shot that they have not been doctored. I mean, like, you have to, I don't know. I mean, but Trump's name's in it over 1,000 times, so I guess not. Like, obviously, if they can't, they have to, they're not withholding anything, obviously, if they're leaving his name in there and it's the most, shows up the most amount of times. But I do think, they've said they have thousands of hours of footage. I'm not saying that they need to ultimately release that to the public. Well, you know what? Here's my thing. They need to completely censor it and not even show the video footage. Just show the photos of the perpetrators. Show their faces. Show who these guys are. If they were with underage minors, which they most likely were, there's 10,000 hours. I doubt it's just of Jeffrey Epstein. I would believe that it's of other notable figures that are very powerful people. But they're not just going to release that. This is a weapon of information. This isn't just the United States. This isn't just Democrat. This is where Trump knows. Well, I don't know. He knows. He's not stupid. He knows it's Republicans. He knows it's people from Israel. He knows that, the former prime minister of Israel showed up to Jeffrey Epstein's house multiple times. So, yeah, dude, I don't know. It's not just a Democratic hoax. That's the issue. It's so stupid.
Shannon.
All right, Peter Doocy at the White House. Peter, thank you very much.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and...
Need a long video, man. Oh. Shit.
Welcome to Urgy Clinic, your fast, reliable, urgent care center.
It's getting death
when
threats,
you're
huh?
Thanks for being with us here on Live Now from Fox. I'm your host, Christina Evans. As promised, we're going to be getting into some of the latest headlines. This having to do with the Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene as she's sparring back and forth with President Trump on social media. We've been watching this here behind the scenes on Live Now from Fox, and we want to bring you some of those posts to continue to add context to this conversation. Putting this one up, this is the latest post that's gone out from the representative's page, really in just the last 2 hours or so. She says, quote, "I am now being contacted by private security firms with warnings for my safety as a hotbed of threats were made against me and are being fueled and..."
Jesus. That ain't good. That's an issue, man.
Egged on by the most powerful man in the world. The man I supported and helped to get elected, aggressive rhetoric attacking me has historically led to death threats and multiple convictions of men who were radicalized by the same type of rhetoric being directed at me right now.
Jesus Christ,
this time by
dude.
the President of the United States. As a woman, I take threats from men seriously. Now I have a small understanding of the fear and pressure the women who are victims of Jeffrey Epstein and his cabal must feel. As a Republican who overwhelmingly votes for President Trump's bills and agendas, his aggression against me, which also fuels the venomous nature of his radical internet trolls, so many of whom are paid. This is nothing shocking to everyone. My phone is blowing up with constant amazing support. I'm so thankful to the political industrial complex. He does go on to talk about the toxic nature of some of this happening behind the scenes. It's a very, very long tweet as well, but
She'll be fine. She'll be fine. I think, I mean, to be honest, like, I would admit, yeah. I mean, when the president of the United States is saying you're a traitor and he's talking mad shit on Truth Social, I mean, he's the most famous man on the planet, and you have the most famous man on the planet, the most powerful man is talking shit about you, saying you're a traitor and that you're a rhino. And essentially, it's just because she's not pro, she's not, let's just say she doesn't take any money from AIPAC. That makes sense.
Ends it off by saying that the political industrial complex and the toxic, violent nature of American politics must end. Our country is worth saving, and it can only be done if we pull together and save ourselves. That's, again, this is the latest tweet that we have from Marjorie Taylor Greene on calling for these hotbed of threats that have been made against her. But again, this is all stemmed from a back and forth conversation happening on social media. I want to put up the post that we also saw from President Trump this morning on his Truth Social site. He said this: lightweight Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, green grass turns brown when it begins to rot, betrayed the entire Republican Party when she turned left, performed poorly on the pathetic View, and became the rhino that we all know she always was. Just a different fake politician.
Dude, holy shit. That's a wild tweet to put out. Brother. Yeah, dude, this is the problem, bro. Yeah, you can't do this shit, dude. She's not a left-winging person. Like, left-wing, do you even remember what left-wing people are today? They're typically, corrupt. She's not corrupt, dude. She's not taking any money from AIPAC. None. You know what I mean?
No different than Rand Paul Jr., which he has in parentheses Thomas Massey, and got caught being a full-fledged Republican in name only. Then again, referring to the term rhino, and said it make America great again. All of this exploding today on social media. And so to talk a lot more about what we see here, I want to bring into the conversation political analyst Brian Sobel. Brian, thanks so much for being with us here on Live Now from Fox. Really a lot to get into. I wanted to read those posts out in full from social media so that way everyone at home can continue to see the context around this conversation. But really, let's focus on what we're hearing from Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene and President Trump going back and forth. Where is this all stemming from?
Because in many ways, Christina, they're very much alike. They don't like slights. They don't take very well to people criticizing them. And from that perspective, if you just look at the length of the tweets, you could see that this is where they often air their grievances. Marjorie Taylor Greene, or now Marjorie Taylor Brown, according to the president, is the same woman who showed a lack of decorum on the floor of the House of Representatives during a State of the Union by former President Joe Biden, yelling out liar and things like that. She is a controversial figure, and it shouldn't surprise anybody, I think, that she eventually would end up in some problem with the President of the United States, and it happens here around these Epstein files.
Brother, see, it's not even that controversial, because this is what Kash Patel, and this is what they were talking about. Like Kash Patel said, like, we're gonna, like, Dan Bongino, Kash Patel, both of those guys were like, we are going to release these files. The biggest reason why these files have not been released yet is because of who's in the files. She stuck to it. She's like the only one that stuck to this and was like, yeah, we need to release those files. And then you have like Trump and this whole current administration, and they're like, yeah, what, yeah, files? What are you talking about, dude? Like, who cares? Who cares about these files? Let's talk about Texas, dude. Let's talk about the flooding that's happening in Texas. It's crazy. And she's controversial because she's like, no, we need to actually protect the victims and shine light on, you know, what happened. I don't know, dude. It's crazy.
And so, again, what we're seeing here, I'm glad you pointed out some of the history of what she's done over the years. But for so long, she even pointed it out in her post. She normally votes in support of the president's policies, and he says that this all stems from the fact that he won't answer her phone calls.
Yes.
Is this not an odd thing for two people who are within this party to be arguing over publicly? This isn't something that we normally see.
Well, you know, all the rules have kind of gone out the window over the last few years. And so these grievances are aired more publicly today. And of course, that's a byproduct of social media. When somebody posts, somebody has to answer in another post. The idea of needing lots of FaceTime and hand-holding is as old as politics. It's just a classic. It's very hard for sitting members of any office to spend an inordinate amount of time reestablishing or continuing to establish communication with people who should be their friends and should understand how busy they are. Now, if you're to believe the president, she calls every day and wants to discuss things. And as he pointed out, you know, I have 535 members of the House of Representatives and the Senate to deal with, you know, and all these other duties. And his point is, I don't have the time to talk with her every day and essentially shore her up. And
yeah, but still, dude, like when shit's going down, you have the time. You don't have the time to talk to her on the phone, but you have the time to throw her under the bus and totally call her a rhino, and you have the time to like tell her to go fuck off. Like, come on, man. You have the time to shit talk her online, but you don't have the time to take a phone call. Come on, man.
And Marjorie Taylor Greene should know that. For her part, she said, I wasn't calling every day. So, you know, it's one of the...
Oh, but she wasn't calling. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so she wasn't making the phone calls. So she wasn't making any phone calls to him. And he's saying that she was calling him. And that... And that, I don't know. It's a two-sided story. Maybe she was calling him. I don't know. Maybe not. Who do you believe? I don't know. Who would I believe? I'm not sure. Not sure.
He said, she said, and
he said, she said.
The
exactly.
only thing I think for the body politic is that people understand that Marjorie Taylor Greene is to the far right of the Republican Party, and has been.
Okay, the far right, though. See, this is where they're getting into it now, which is the far right. Now, since figures such as like Nick Fuentes have popped off in media, and, you know, you have Marjorie, you know, you listen to that Nick Fuentes interview with Tucker Carlson, Nick Fuentes was like tight with Marjorie Taylor Greene. And then, when Nick started to get some heat and get some backlash, he started to get, thrown underneath the bus. She kind of was like, she started to distance herself a little bit, kind of went dark on him. And now that he's back in the popularity spotlight, now this is, it's actually very popular to be like anti-Israel now. It's not even anti-Israel. It's just criticizing Israel, Like now it's like, oh yeah, you want to support children who are being starved and shot to death, innocent women and children? I think not. So, and that's where she stands.
And now, of course, the president is saying that she's, a rhino, Republican in name only, and all of that. So it's a spat. Donald Trump often makes up with people after he's had a problem with them. This may happen again in the case of Marjorie Taylor Greene.
And I think I want to get to really what's going to matter here is she's going to be up for re-election at some point. With him now pulling support from her, do you think that will affect her standing with Georgians? Have we seen this historically when the president pulls their backing from a candidate, that even when a president is popular or unpopular, that can affect the outcome of that race?
Always it's going to come down, Christina, to the candidate that's put up against her. And as the president said, he would be willing to back another candidate if it's the right person. That's a quality.
Fuck that. He said he would. He said he's not supporting Marjorie Taylor Greene. He said this is 6 hours ago, so maybe, because he put a tweet out there saying that he's withdrawing his backing of her. He's no longer supporting her.
Qualifier. And so that leaves some room for he and Greene to sit down and hash all this stuff out. But Greene on the right is very much like the AOCs and others on the left. They're very outspoken about what they believe. They don't take a lot of prisoners. And so she's got that reputation in Congress as sort of the counterpoint in many respects to some of these very progressive liberals on the left who emote all day long as well.
All right, so that's something we'll continue to follow here on Live Now from Fox, as that conversation on Twitter is still going on. But I want to take a part of this conversation and lead what they've been talking about. So Marjorie Taylor Greene, in her own post on social media, has brought up the fact that next week the House is set to vote on their full release of the full Epstein.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, dude. Not going to happen. You watch. Everyone's like, oh, it's going to happen. They're going to come out. They're going to release these files. It's going to change everything. We're going to know everything that's ever happened. It's not going to happen. Nothing's going to happen. I bet you 100. No. I bet you $100 that nothing will happen. It's going to get denied. And no one's going to go to jail. And everyone's going to get off scot-free. And then maybe we'll know in 70 years.
Files. This has been something that has dominated the headlines. It's really hung over the Trump presidency as it pertains to some of the issues he hasn't been able to get away from. She's talking about how important it is that these files are released. Where do you think things are going to happen around that conversation as we look ahead to next week?
Well, as always with this volume of information, people are going to cull through these papers, emails, and all of what has been collected, and cherry pick it and put their own context to it. You've heard just a few moments ago the president from Air Force One talking about not only the volume but just the nature of the papers, whose names may be in them. We already know that all of the national figures, or at least certainly some of them, including former President Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton as Secretary of State, former Secretary of State, Donald Trump, and other people are mentioned in these emails.
Yeah.
And
no shit.
so the full release will give everybody a chance.
Trump spent hours with alleged victim at Epstein's house. Oh, Jesus. I don't know how much I trust TMZ, though. I really don't. They could have easily just thrown the files into ChatGPT and just have that spat out. You know? I don't really trust TMZ. I don't trust their credibility. I mean, they did. After seeing them kind of, their staff celebrate Charlie Kirk get shot in the face. Yeah, I don't trust them as a company. I don't think they got good, truthful and honest people.
Chance to pick through them, but it's like any other volume release. People will be going through looking for a sentence here, a comment there, an attempt to put context to those, when in fact it's probably more advisable to look at the body of the emails and see if there are trends there.
God,
Get hooked up with Cash App Card. Just add an offer and save instantly when you pay.
A peace plan for Gaza. For the plan to advance.
Hold on. Yeah. What a shit show. What a shit show. They really thought that these files were going to go away. They really did. They thought that by just going, what files? What are we talking about? They were saying that 3 months ago. They were like, what? He killed himself, guys. Like, here's the video. Here's a missing minute from the video with a video from the angle of a camera that's not even of the actual cell. The actual cell's in the background. Half of it's cut out 50 feet away. I mean, this is what we get, though, right? Like, this is clearly they're just trying to be the most honest people ever, right?
And I have to ask you, once again, President Trump has answered questions many times on the Epstein files, saying that there's nothing in them that connects him to them. In what you've seen throughout history, has there ever been another scandal this big hanging over the head of the president, where it still seems months and months and nearly a year later, still hanging over his head?
Oh, absolutely. We have going back almost now 250 years, we've had numerous scandals in American history that have hung over a president. If we go back just to the Watergate situation with Richard Milhouse Nixon, he had to battle these leaks and information coming out on
but he was framed by the CIA. That was the CIA, dude. CIA did that shit. They overthrew it, bro. Everybody knows that.
Watergate, literally for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. This Epstein deal for Donald Trump, I think if these files are released, there's either going to be, quote unquote, the smoking gun in there, which Democrats would like to find, or there's going to be a smoking gun in there that Republicans might like to find about Democrats. This is a kind of the third rail here for both Democrats and Republicans, depending on what is in all of these emails. And of course, part of the drip, 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 Christine.
God, you just look at some guy and you're just like, Jesus, dude, that guy you could just see like the evil behind like the eyes. You're just like, ugh. You're like, oh my God.
Began with the Attorney General and others saying, we have names, we have files, and then none of that came out. But now it appears that perhaps as early as in the next couple of weeks, all of the huge volume of emails may be released, and everybody can pick through them and tell the story that they want to tell. That's what happens in a volume release like this.
And Brian, as a part of this, of course, we know that President Trump is still getting continued to ask the question. Last night, he was on Air Force One. They asked him about Ghislaine Maxwell, because at this point, we do know that Jeffrey Epstein, he took his own life while in custody. So there was no...
Really? We're still on that? Come on, man. I mean, I guess you have to say that now. I mean, not really, though. Like, why? I mean, she's got to, it's her job. It's her job to say that shit. But the fact we have to say that he killed himself, he committed suicide. Come on, man.
Trial that happened for him. There was no prison sentence that ultimately happened for him. But someone who is serving time is currently his longtime ex-girlfriend and, of course, business partner, Ghislaine Maxwell. Where do you think that the president, as he still kind of tried to stay away, saying, I'm not talking about this, I haven't thought about this, is that the approach that you would expect him to take on that?
Well, yes, generally. He's got to convey that he's not thinking about this. He's not going to talk about it. He hasn't talked about it too much, only when pressed. And his answer to that is, hey, I've got a big world to worry about, not this thing about a guy that...
You know what's nuts is, so this chick, man, Ghislaine Maxwell, I think that's how you pronounce it. I was screwed up. But I was watching the documentary with her. It's on Netflix. So they did one on Jeffrey Epstein and they did one on her. And a lot of the women that they interviewed that talked about her, they said that she was way worse. They said that she was way worse of a person. She was way more mean. She was an asshole. What made it worse in their eyes is that she was a female and that these terrible and awful things were happening to these young girls. And the fact that she knew about it, she kind of encouraged it for Jeffrey Epstein. And, that's a big reason why, like, a lot of the women just hated her because of that. And it's also a weird relationship because, like, she's, like, Jeffrey Epstein's girlfriend, but he's cheating on her, in a horrible way. So, but it's just so weird. It's so disgusting. And then, so in the documentary, they discuss like they interview, I think it was like a guy who did a documentary on her, and she wanted to rebrand her image and be known as the lady who, was going to save the planet, like with recycling or some shit. And then she gets arrested like 6 months later for pedophilia charges. It's awful.
Killed himself, as you saw in that presser on Air Force One. Trump saying he had never visited the island that Jeffrey Epstein owned, where apparently a lot of these things occurred, but Bill Clinton had. And so absent, a smoking gun, I think Donald Trump has to just continue to approach it just the way he's doing, and see what the additional emails provide. But at the end of the day, it is important to say that Jeffrey Epstein was, may I use the term, lowlife. It was a lowlife, and he took advantage of people in every which way. And unfortunately for him, he had a co-conspirator in Maxwell, and she's doing time. And one could speculate that
not really though.
Maybe
she's in a work camp, dude. She's doing Pilates. She's doing her own laundry. She could literally just walk away. She's not even in like she's in an encampment. Dude, it's such a joke.
Maxwell knows more than she's talking about, and is and for that reason, the president doesn't want to talk about it because maybe sometime in the future he commutes her sentence. Who knows? But these are all speculative things that are being talked about, and we won't know much more until all the files are released and see where the ball drops.
All right, and Brian, before I let you go, we can put an end to the Epstein talk for now, but I want to look ahead to what comes after this in the long term. I'm going to put up this live vantage point that we have there of the U.S. Capitol building and also there of the White House. We know that all of these things have an effect on a presidency, especially as the government shutdown officially came to a close this week. Congress...
Look, they got the construction going on the left side. Sweet.
Again, the Senate and the House ultimately voting to end the 43-day long historic shutdown. But what long-term effects do you think that a government shutdown has on a president's legacy? Of course, the one before this was underneath the Trump presidency in 2019. That one, of course, had a lot of conversation about it. Now this one reaching historic levels.
Right, longest shutdown in American history. I think because Donald Trump and Republicans came out on top on this, it probably net doesn't affect him a whole lot. He appears to be the stronger person in all of this.
He does. You know what? I will give him credit. He is handling it like remarkably well. Remarkably. I mean, there are a couple office meetings where you see him. He's like been lately falling asleep. The only thing that I saw that got Trump was Charlie Kirk's death. You could see that. I mean, like, it wasn't like he broke down. And there was like some sad moments in his face, but dude, he had like a mini seizure. Like, you could see half of his face was like drooping because of, I would imagine he just like internalized all that trauma. And that's why he just like had a mental breakdown, but he didn't show it. So
there's more to come, and sadly, in all of these government shutdowns, people, just everyday people, suffer, and it's unfortunate, and you hear the rancor, you hear the frustration by the American people, even about the fact that Congress exempted themselves some time ago from being affected by these shutdowns in terms of their own pay. They get paid through all of these things. And so the storyline there is that they don't suffer like regular people, like the air traffic controllers and these other people who were missing paychecks, or potentially we're going to miss more paychecks. But I think if the economy and everything snaps back, Christina, pretty quickly, it'll end up being another footnote. I will say one thing about Donald Trump, in contrast to past presidents, his ability to multitask is remarkable.
Yeah, he's pretty good at it.
He has an ability to, through his scheduled day, to touch numerous subjects and to have his arms around them. So
I won't lie. Yeah, that is a good state. I do agree with that. Like, he's been handling, it seems like 10,000 things are happening and he's handling it. It's a lot to handle. He's like, the Epstein stuff doesn't help. The Israel shit does not help. With the rise of Nick Fuentes, doesn't help his case. But you know what, man? Like, trying to broker a deal for peace with, he's meeting with Zelensky, he's meeting with Russia, he's meeting with Ukraine. He's trying to bring down tax dollars. He's throwing on tariffs. He's doing a lot of shit. Listen, I respect it. I could tell he's working his ass off. And I know that the Epstein files are like the last, I don't know. We'll see what happens and what's in those things. And is he going to go to jail? No, he's not going to go to jail, because then they'd have to jail. If they jail Bill Clinton, then they got to jail President Trump. Like, Trump is just using that just to say, like, I think the issue with it is that, look, President Trump doesn't have to, he's not going to be reelected. This is his last term. So I think in his mind, he doesn't feel that he doesn't really fucking care. Like, he doesn't give a shit. I honestly think that, I don't know. I think I don't know. I think in his mind they're getting a lot done and they're making this country better. But from what it seems like to me is that all the proposals and what they've done so far is better for the banks. It's better for Wall Street. It's better for Silicon Valley. It's better for these big businesses, but it's not better for the American people, the middle class, low class people. What would help us is definitely tax cuts. And he said tax cuts, but I don't think anybody's feeling that. Like, and proposing that $2,000 stipend check, what he said he wanted to give us, or give like 100 million Americans $2,000, which would be stupid. Because he's basically just trying to do another like stimulus check during COVID. And so, I don't know. I think it's disappointing for sure. I mean, it's weird. Like, something big that really has an effect on Americans' lives, because all of it's just helping big business. It's not doing shit for the average American, I feel.
As a multitasker, which he is, and I don't know that he sleeps very much either, he'll stay on top of world events and national events and deal with these other issues as well. Why do we know that? Because he already has demonstrated that he can.
All right, as always, we appreciate for joining us here, Brian Sobel, political analyst, to break down some of this week's top headlines. Brian, we appreciate you for joining us here on this Saturday.
Thank you for having me. Have a wonderful weekend.
You too. And so we wanted to make sure we got that to you here on Live Now from Fox, especially from that breaking news of Marjorie Taylor Greene having those allegations of death threats being made against her. I want to work to put that back up on the screen for you, because that's really the latest piece of this puzzle that we've been following here on Live Now from Fox. Again, the president has been going back and forth with Marjorie Taylor Greene. And also, lastly, she has posted this within the last 2 hours. One last time here on.
Ooh.
Kate, globally.
All right, let's go watch the Mark Levin, because I know that's coming up here in a bit. I want to see what Mark Levin has to say on this bullshit, even though he's not liked right now. I mean, he's a dick, but let's see. Nope. Where's this shit, dude? Where is Mark Levin? Let's see what he has to say. I just saw this. Where is it at? Oh, here it is. Here we go. Okay, this is what I want to watch. Let's see what this guy has to say.
Hey, I'm Thomas Rhett. Did you know that thanks to Marathon Rewards, you could be earning rewards on every fuel purchase up to 5 transactions a day with no limit to how much you can pump? Probably expensive to...
Let's see. So, Mark Levin. For those of you who don't know who Mark Levin is, he's a hardcore Christian. Just kidding. Just kidding. He's not. That was stupid. All right, let's see what this guy has to say.
Welcome. Two great guests, Charles Payne, and I want to introduce you to Ali Murray, where we're going to be talking about education in a very deep way. But before we get there, there's a lot of talk about affordability. After the election, most of the analysts and commentators were saying it was about affordability. Mondami was right. It's about affordability. Our polls show it's right. It's about affordability. And I contend it's about a lot more than affordability. That may be an issue, no question, but it's a lot more. Demographics, immigration, get out the vote campaigns, the quality of the candidates. But I want to take you through a couple of states here. Affordability. Because it's amazing to me that blue state governors and mayors are able to talk about affordability. It's amazing to me that the national Democrats in Congress are now talking about affordability, and that the Republicans are failing on this front. How are we failing? By talking about it? No. we're not talking about what's going on in red states versus blue states. That red states are far more affordable to everybody in the red state.
Wow. I'm actually agreeing with Mark Levin. I agree with that. Levin is a traitor. I mean, yeah, he is. I mean, I agree with the statement of, yeah, it is more affordable to live in a red state for sure. But let's do these comments. No way. I heard about that. That is funny if that's true. Well, I mean, I don't know. Well, I don't know. I don't think that's true. It's true. This is exactly what I was just saying. They're making the big tech companies, Silicon Valley, Wall Street, all these places are getting big. They're getting richer, bro.
In the blue states, particularly for young people, because you're about to find out that young people, by number, more of them live in red states than blue states. So I'm going to go through this. I think you're going to find it very interesting. But I'm hoping Republicans, whether they're elected or unelected leaders, will pay attention to this and understand how to explain it, because what you're listening to are the media and the media spin on the East Coast and the West Coast, and you're missing the real story, which is, if the battle is over affordability, you should be cleaning their clocks. Let's take a look. I decided to pick a few states. Let's look at Florida versus New York. Does that sound like a good idea? Florida has about 4 million more people, and their state budget is half the size of New York's. Is Florida more affordable than New York in most instances? You better believe it. First of all, they don't have an income tax. New York has never met a tax it didn't like. They tax things that are alive, dead, moving, not moving. They don't care. So this information is from My Life Elsewhere, and they've gathered an enormous amount of information, and I want to share it to you. New York versus Florida. The cost of living is 16.5% for the average person more.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good for Florida. I mean, that's insane, though. I mean, but it's not a shock, though. New York has been... they tax everything to death. It's like Chicago. Chicago's the fucking worst. It's brutal. Yeah. Yeah, it's bad.
New York than Florida. That is a lot of money. 8.7% more in New York for groceries than in Florida. 22.9% more for transportation in New York than Florida. How about child care? 60% more for child care in New York than Florida. Clothing, 2.6% more for clothing in New York than Florida. How about New Jersey? I'm picking these 3 states where they just had elections, blue states effectively. The overall cost of living in New Jersey is 24.8% higher than in Florida. What are we talking about? Restaurants, 0.7%, so about even when it comes to restaurants. How about groceries? Food, 16.9%.
Anti-Semitism. That's why. Just kidding.
9% more in New Jersey. How about transportation? 29.6% more for transportation in New Jersey. Housing, 2.7% more in New Jersey than Florida. Childcare, 78.7% more in New Jersey than Florida. Clothing, 18.9% more for clothing in New Jersey than Florida. Affordability, anybody? I'm not done. Let's compare Florida and Virginia.
I mean, he's not wrong, but dude, he is such a dork. I mean, he is such a GOP dork, dude. It's actually, much more affordable to live in Florida, It's like, no shit. Yeah, because they have no income tax. Duh.
13.9% overall cost of living higher in Virginia than Florida. And remember, Florida is no income tax either. And I'm not even including that. We're talking about goods and services here. All right, restaurants. It's 0.4% more for restaurants in Virginia than Florida, so that's even. What else? 13% more for groceries in Virginia than Florida. 8.1% more for transportation in Virginia than Florida. Now, for housing, it's 7.3% less in Virginia than Florida. You got a boom going on in Florida, but just laying it out. What about child care? 65.7% more for child care in Virginia than Florida. What about clothing? 5% more in Virginia than Florida. And I said, let's throw in California. After all, Newsom wants to be president of the United States. How are they doing over there? Let's take a look. Florida versus California.
I mean, so far, I'm not gonna lie. I don't disagree with what he's saying. I mean, he's not wrong. Yeah. Like, these blue states suck. I don't know.
21.8%.
All right. I don't think he's going to talk about. So he's just going to bash on. So, okay. So he's going to go through all this shit. Okay. I don't really care to watch this. I thought he was going to talk about something else regarding. I mean, I don't really care to listen to Mark Levin I mean, we know all this. Like, it's cheaper to live in red states, than rather than blue states. Blue states, they tax you to death. Like, they're socialist states. Like, Illinois is damn near a socialist state. I mean, California is damn near a socialist state. They tax. I mean, we're at 35% federal income tax, and then, on top of that, we get taxed at 5% on our income, and then you get taxed on your car, you get taxed on your home, you get taxed. We have property taxes. We have so many fucking taxes up the wazoo. It's insane. And yeah, it makes it completely unaffordable to live, for sure. But it's like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't really care to watch this. I think let's watch. That's kind of boring. I don't want to watch that. That sucks. No. Wait, is this him talking about Nick Fuentes?
This is like an old show called This Is Your Life. It was a great show. Zorhan Mamdani.
No. I don't even think they would give him the attention. I don't think they want to give Nick the attention. Or him the attention. They should, though.
After trying to sabotage.
No, they won't talk about Israel. They won't.
Here with reaction. He is.
Screw it. Let's see.
Okay, let's go check in with Steve, who's ready to take a morning walk at President Trump's Mar-a-Lago.
I don't want to watch that. Let's watch a Midwest safety video and then call it a night. I'd say that's the plan. Let's watch some shit, dude. Ooh, let's watch this.
This is the most advanced fleece ever invented. That's because bears...
What's going on?
My kid needs help.
Where's the kid at?
He's out here with a chainsaw.
He hasn't hurt anybody?
No. But he's not right in the head. He got put in jail here a month ago. And they kept him in there for 15 days. And
What's his name?
William.
Okay. I'm talking to the parents. He's just out back with a chainsaw.
What? Dude, what? He's just out back with a chainsaw. He's just, doing his thing.
Do you want me to have fire standby or wait until you guys get him settled down?
Just have him wait a few minutes. I don't know how long this is going to take. Just have a couple cars come here. Okay, so what's it? Because the neighbors thought maybe he killed you guys or something.
No, he's saying that they did.
Oh, okay. Is he like violent or anything like that?
swinging the chainsaw at him. I told, where is mom and dad?
I figured that, yep.
And I told him, you need to call the police because that's assault. And he came out. Thing is, he has multiple personalities. It's a mess.
They gave... Jesus Christ. So they gave this schizophrenic kid, they gave him the chainsaw. So they gave the schizo kid a chainsaw. Oh, God. Yeah, it's not a good recipe for success.
He's over in that corner.
Okay.
Over that way.
That's wait for my partner
And
to
he
get
won't
here.
listen to us at all.
Okay. No history of fighting the cops or anything like that? No, nothing like that?
We, at this point, we don't know what
I had
Okay.
last time I had him, I had the ambulance and the cops take him out because he was busted.
How long ago was that?
Oh, that was about 4 months ago.
Okay.
But I got him all settled in until he got in trouble last time, and then they put him in jail.
Said he had him involved about 4 months ago. He was involved. He's out back just messing with a chainsaw. What was his first name again?
Billy.
Billy? Where's he at?
Fucking Billy.
Around back here?
Yeah, here.
Billy! Where you at?
Billy!
Oh, he's over here.
Hey, bud! Hey, put that down, please!
Put your chainsaw down so we can chat.
Put it down. Umbrella.
Okay, put it down.
Dude, that looks so scary. Does he have a beard? What is that? Dude, he looks so weird.
Please.
What?
Yeah, back down for sure.
Please.
There's not people next door.
Okay, but let's talk about it. But I can't talk to you when you have a chainsaw.
Next door.
What's
There's
next door?
burnt bodies next
Okay.
door.
Okay.
Hey, look.
Well, you can't do anything about that with a
And he's
chainsaw,
refusing
man.
to put the chainsaw down at the moment.
Want to set it down?
There's burnt bodies here. Don't flush your umbrella.
And he's not really threatening anybody with it. He's just refusing to put it down.
Put the chainsaw down. They always kill people in jail.
Put it down so we can chat. I'm not taking you to jail, man.
Oh, man.
No.
You want to talk to him?
No.
We just need one person to chat.
Yeah. Hey, you want to put it down? We'll talk. You're not going to jail. Billy, where are you going?
I want to see.
Billy. Hello?
Do you have a creek back there?
Hey, Billy. Hey, brother. Hey.
Dude. How did this kid get this chainsaw? Like, this kid, or it doesn't even look like a kid. He looks like a 30-year-old man. Like, you think at this point, to keep your murder weapons locked away in the shed, right? I don't know. Jesus, this guy's hauling in.
Oh, you want my 40?
If you want to jump in the water and get him, we're trying to get him out of the water first. We're just letting one person chat with him, see if Matt can get him. We started walking towards him. He took a couple times. He acted like he's going to start the chainsaw.
Come on down here. Go bump the boy.
These guys hitting tall
Come on, the boy. I need your help.
Hey, bud.
I need your help.
We're trying to help you. How about you come up on this side?
I need some help.
Hey, we'll help you out, but you got to come up on this side.
Help me.
Come on.
We'll help you, brother. Come out. Come out of the water, man. You're not in trouble. Just come out. Don't start that chainsaw, bro.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. You're not in trouble. Come out, man.
Help me.
Hey, Billy. You're not in trouble, man. We just want to help you and make sure you're okay.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay, come out of the swamp. Leave the chainsaw and come talk to us, bro.
Throw it up on the bank over there. Just take the chainsaw, throw it up on the bank, and then we'll talk. How's that?
Dude, I feel bad. Like, this is sad. Like, this isn't even like, it's not even like, this guy's about to cry. Like, I feel bad for this dude. It's kind of sad. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, lasso. Oh, okay.
You said he just killed somebody next door?
Did they just kill somebody next door? The dad says that he's claiming the neighbors killed somebody.
Oh.
We'll do a welfare check over there when we're done just to make sure.
I ain't going swimming today. Will you come show us so we can go over there and check? All right, come show us, Billy. Show us where it's at. We'll go over there and we'll check on him. But you got to come out without the chainsaw, man. Come up.
Where's this at? Like, where's this at? It doesn't say. I'm really interested. Obviously, the South.
Here and talk to us, bro.
No. Oh, here they come.
We're just trying to convince him to come out without the chainsaw.
Yeah, he's got the chainsaw. He's in the pond.
Somebody was chasing kids?
No.
Him?
The neighbors thought he was chasing his parents.
Oh.
And they're like, no, he's just out back playing with a chainsaw, and he's convinced somebody next door has killed somebody.
Billy, we want to help you, but you got to come out of the water.
Help me.
I'd love to, but I really don't feel like getting wet today, man. I'm sure you didn't have that in your plans today either.
What's his name?
Billy.
What's up, Billy? Hey, what's going on, man? How old is Billy?
Gotta be 40. I think he was born in 82. Let me go see if there's a...
Dude. Fuck. That's so sad.
way around that's not pond.
Who did it?
I don't know. There's Army soldiers got out the trucks over here.
Did you see the people that got hurt?
They're super soldiers.
Super soldiers?
Yeah.
Show us where they're at.
I don't know, but they was doing something crazy over there.
Will you come show us?
Yeah, we'll protect you and keep you safe.
I can't quite see his left hand, but it looks like.
Oh.
Let's go figure out what happened next door, huh?
But no chainsaws.
I can handle them saying stuff.
What are they telling you, Billy?
I don't want to get in trouble.
You're not in trouble. You're not in trouble. What happened to the people next door? You said somebody ran a saw through them?
Yeah, next door.
Like a chainsaw?
It's not me.
No, we know it's not you.
Yeah, clearly this dude is obviously schizophrenic. Yeah, dude. Schizophrenia starts to develop, I believe, in like early 20s, commonly mostly in like young men. And then they just lose it. I mean, and this guy must have developed schizophrenia a long time ago, and it just never was treated by his family, and they just, I would imagine like isolation. You know, he's got his parents, but like still, I would assume he's an only child because there's no other family members that have showed up. So it's scary.
We want to go figure it out, bro.
Is there a way around that pond that we're not getting wet?
You can drive over there if you want. You want me to open the gate?
No, I just make sure we can walk around if need be. You want to?
Why aren't the parents helping out? Like, obviously now he's helping out, but like, why aren't they out in there talking to their son? Like, hey, Billy. Like, you think the parents would want to, do their part?
See if you can talk him out. See if maybe you can get him to come out of the pond. Hey, we're gonna see if Dad can talk him out.
I'm like 50-50 on walking over here.
No.
I don't want to.
No. On what? He's not harming himself. He's not harming others.
Billy, get over here. Come on. Get out of there.
If need be, there's a road that goes around.
I think we should go do a welfare check on the people next door and see if we actually have anything. If not, we got a dude standing in a swamp.
I'm gonna do that. He said these people over here?
Right here in the blue house.
Oh, check them.
We should make sure they're okay.
Come out and talk to us, bro. Come out now. You're not in trouble. We're just worried about you and want to make sure everything's all right.
If he doesn't come out pretty soon, you can't talk him out. We might just leave until he comes out on his own and come back and deal with him when he's not in the water. When we can keep him from going in the water.
Yeah.
Schizophrenia, you said?
You got a little of everything.
A little bit of everything. Okay. No drug use or anything like that?
No.
Just pure mental health?
Yeah.
Okay. Is he currently a danger to himself or others? I mean, has he made any threats to harm anybody or harm himself or anything like that?
No.
And he's not charging people with the chainsaw. He's just acting odd.
Swinging it at me.
The chainsaw?
Yeah.
While it's running?
Yeah.
What's his mental capacity?
Oh, dude. Yeah, no, that's not good. Yeah, you can't do that.
Like, what's his age level? Doctors ever tell you?
17.
and he swung the chainsaw at you today.
What was he saying? Did he say anything while he was doing it? How close was he to you? I can demonstrate with me.
Right here.
How far did the chainsaw miss you?
Oh, about. He said F you while swinging the chainsaw at you.
Yeah, these are bad parents, most likely, from what it looks like, drug addicts. Yeah, this kid, man, he obviously developed, schizophrenia, or was just born with schizophrenia. He's got mental health issues. He's violent. They need to get this kid into a home. Obviously, these parents, they don't look like they're, I don't know. I mean, you think by the time this kid's 40, they'd have it together. I mean, this guy, the dad doesn't look like he's got it together, bro.
Well, there you go.
So now we got PC to arrest him?
Yeah.
He's just got to get evaluated.
No, I mean, at this point, it's significant enough. Well, he's going to. I know, and I know it ain't the perfect system, right? But he can't be swinging a chainsaw at you, screaming "F you." I'm gonna go grab my 40 just in case. Hey, we have PC for DV threats. He swung the chainsaw at Dad while screaming "F you," but he also is severely handicapped and has a mental age of 17. Dad's like, he needs to go to Western State, not jail. And I'm like, dude, he's swinging a chainsaw at you, screaming "F you." So I'm gonna go grab my 40. What else? I can lasso him.
Does he like women?
I don't know. Are you willing to put yourself down low to get him to come on?
Will he respond to a female voice?
Oh, you could try talking to him. Do you want me to grab my lasso and we can pull him from the backside?
Yeah.
Reba here, back to tell you about Realtor.com with over 500.
Yeah, it's sad. It's very, very sad. The lasso, so they're going to lasso him. They're going to rip him out. Let's see what happens. I mean, obviously, most likely they get him out. They're not just going to leave the freaking guy in the thing.
Are you certified?
Yeah, I got one.
There ain't one in yet. I'm gonna go around and see if I can lasso.
You want me on your side, Jake, or over here?
You're fine on that side. I'll dive out of the way. I just want to not get into use of force with him.
You want to talk to a guy or a girl? You want to talk to a dude?
Off my heart.
What's up, bro? Hey, you're not in trouble, but I want you to come out here out of the water and come talk to me, bro. Come out.
What happened?
You're not in trouble.
Yeah.
Right? And nothing happened, but I need to make sure you're okay. So I'm gonna need you to come out of the water for me. Billy, you're not in trouble. I can't stress that enough.
Yeah, he's like deep down in it, dude. He's so deep down into his mind. He's like, obviously, he knows he's probably in shit. He knows he's fucked up, and the cops are there, and so he's like, oh. Hey, he's just, he's basically crawling into a shell in his own mind, just hanging out. It's tough to see, man.
My heart is
well, I want to get your heart checked on, but I need you to come out of the water without that chainsaw. Come over this way, bro.
I can tell you, if you come out of the water with the chainsaw, you will be in trouble.
Come on out.
Oh, I'm afraid.
No, don't need to be afraid.
Man, we're not here to hurt you, okay? What is going on?
Think this will work?
This is not right.
Put that around your head.
It's just not right.
Yeah, come on, man. I don't feel like going swimming.
Put that around you right there. No, you're walking away from it. Put that around you. Because I'm going to help you get out of the water.
What happened?
We don't want you to drown.
Come on. Grab that rope right there, bro.
He's not going to drown, dude. He's standing in the... Like, look at him. He's standing above the kneecap in the pond. He's not going to drown. Yeah, dude, this guy is... Ugh. I mean, dude, just... Yeah.
Oh, is the chainsaw? Just grab that rope.
The rope.
Oh, my God.
Grab that rope right there and put it around your waist for me, brother.
What happened?
Just trying to get you out of the water, that's all. Come on.
I need an elevation.
Uh-oh.
Come on, Billy. Come on. Around you. Come on. Can I have your chainsaw?
Oh, come on.
Just whipping him in the face with the freaking dude. Just whipping him in the face with a lasso. And they're kind of laughing. It's kind of fucked up. They're just like, haha. Yeah.
Billy.
It's not my fault.
You're not in trouble.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Come out of the water, please.
Come on, help me.
We're trying to.
Help me.
Oh.
Grab it.
Oh, you had it, Billy.
You're supposed to put it around you.
Don't touch me.
Billy, don't fire up that chainsaw.
What's wrong with that thing?
Congrats.
Oh.
Dude, he was about to fire up that chainsaw, not gonna lie. Like, he almost geared it up. That's what's weird, man. Like, he's like got an awareness, like, where he's about to fire up a chainsaw and go nuts on these people, but he can't, like, just, I don't know, like, a little bit of him is there. Like, he knows what he's doing. It's weird.
I don't know if there's gators in there or what, man. I don't want to go in that water.
Billy, grab it.
Come on, grab that, Billy.
Grab it.
Billy, grab it. Grab it.
Come on.
Grab it. For what? Grab it for what?
I want you to come out of the water, Billy.
I don't want to go swimming. That's my next step, man. I'm going in this water.
Billy, you know what this is?
What?
It's a beanbag gun. It's going to hurt when I shoot you with it. Get out of the water now, or I'm going to shoot you with it, and it's going to hurt very bad. Get out of the water, or it's going to hurt. Drop the chainsaw and get out of the water.
Come on. Grab it.
Drop that chainsaw, Billy.
Get out of the water.
Hey, Billy, drop that. Get up, Billy. Drop that damn chainsaw.
God, dude, he's got the chainsaw in his left hand. That's so scary.
Okay. Help.
All right, got that.
Ow. All right. Ow!
Billy.
All right, okay, I'm calm.
Okay.
Relax. You're okay.
Right.
You done?
You're
Yeah.
All right.
You're gonna stand up, Billy.
Okay.
Stand up. Give me that hand.
I'm sorry, dude.
You're fine.
Use the legs.
Let's go. Up we go.
Up.
All right. Okay, easy.
Come on.
Come on.
You gotta read this.
Uh-oh.
Billy, we're gonna get out of here and pat you down, okay?
Uh-oh.
You're stepping on it.
That's all right. We'll just take it off him.
All right, Billy, let's go.
Come on, man. Let's go for a walk. Thanks for coming out of the water, Billy. It only took 30 tries.
First try. I'm pat you down, Billy. Damn it, Billy.
I'm sorry.
Come on, man.
You just had to come out, bro. That's all. Bro, I'm so wet from this.
Not to be mean, but I bet that guy smells so bad. Like, really bad. Not trying to be an asshole, but, you know.
Rope might as well gone in.
Oh, there's a flashlight.
Okay, so what's the story? You chased mom and dad?
He waved the chainsaw at dad while screaming, "F you," and in close proximity, chainsaw was whipping across the front.
Because I had to deal with somebody.
And then we checked on the neighbors. There's nothing. All right, let's walk him out to the ambulance.
Yeah.
Billy, you're giving us so much work today, brother.
Here comes the allergies. Oh, shit.
Why'd you swing the chainsaw at your dad?
Oh, I'm telling him that he wasn't doing stuff over there. It freaked me out.
Okay. Hey, sorry that took 35 lasso tosses.
Hey, it didn't take 36. Right?
God, I hate that guy now. Someone, oh my God, just, it didn't take 36. Yeah. Ugh.
Thank you, Deputy Moss. I'm deactivating my body-worn camera.
So what do you do when the same child you once put to bed now stands old enough, strong?
Okay, I'm gonna call it a night.
An officer pulls to the curb for a civilian.
Man gets instant karma after stab. Whoa, he stabbed a police dog. Dude?
An officer.
I don't want to watch that. I get pissed. I get mad.
An officer pulls to the curb for a civilian following behind. Honk.
Calling it a night. I'm tired. Going to sleep. Yeah.